Ina Perales is from Earl Warren High School in San Antonio, Texas, a chemistry and AP biology teacher. Go Texas. I see you have a fan club out there. And she believes incorporating inquiry-based science, encouraging group work, assessing mainly through presentations and projects, which is interesting for this afternoon's issue forum. Please participate. And visiting real scientists makes all students, even those who have historically struggled in science courses, excited and engaged. Ina is a great example of a Yager Awardee. Come on up, Ina.
Good morning. Thank you so much for this honor. I'm really nervous, so I'm sorry, I'm shaky. And if I say y'all a lot, I'm sorry, I'm from Texas. So I just wanted to preface my presentation with a quote from Einstein. I have no special talent, I am only passionately curious. And that was me pretty much in high school. I really felt like I just love science, and I never felt like I got that teacher that really propelled me and to want to pursue anything in science. So through college, I thought, okay, I don't even know how I became a science teacher. I think it was an accident, but I'm glad I did. And as I was teaching in my career, this will be my 21st year. Throughout all of my years, I thought, I am not going to be that science teacher that I had. So everything that I am is what they were not. So I just want to give you a little bit of information about my campus demographics. At Warren, we have 2,939 students. Our ethnic distribution, surprise, surprise, 72.98% is Hispanic, with 14% white, African American, 7.8%. We have 45.9% of our students that are at risk, and 47.8% that are economically disadvantaged. And so how am I going to get to these kids? How am I going to help them love science? But more than that, how can I help them become leaders? So these are a couple of slides that I took a spring break vacation to Big Bend National Park, and I couldn't take my students with me on a school field trip. So, and I tried, but I missed some deadlines. And so I called all the parents and I told them, I'm sorry, we can't go. And they said, okay, well, we'll just follow you. Tell us where to meet you. So we have a collaborative department. I love the people that I work with. We have professional learning communities. Our instruction is focused on inquiry-based learning, quality questioning, quantum learning, differentiated instruction, and book study. We sponsor clubs, and I encourage them to sponsor clubs. Astronomy club, science club, outdoorsman, Ship Junior, and the anime club. I don't know how anime got in there, but it did. So those are a couple of pictures of my colleagues and I. We do go on vacations together, and we love to hang out together. And we teach our students to be good stewards of our environment. We take them on guided nature hikes. We take them to various state parks, and we do a lot of things with our students and activities that you'll see. This was one of the guided nature hikes that we took at Beaumaria State Park, which is the largest spring in Texas. And the kids were able to swim with catfish, the Comanche pupfish, and the gambusia fish there in Beaumaria. We do have a community garden. My colleagues Pam Zablocki and Patrick Payne made this garden with the kids, and they're actually able to pick everything that they make and then they eat it. Chemistry students, you see their iPhones out a lot, and yes, I let them use their phones. It's a tool. So they're doing an inquiry lab here. I think they're using calcium chloride and magnesium strips, and they're trying to increase the rate of the reaction. And then my biology students, my AP biology, I call them the naturalists. They're so inquisitive, and they want to know why and how and what if we did this. And then I am an advisor for Ship Junior, and the mission of Ship is to change the lives of the Hispanic community to realize its fullest potential and to impact the world through STEM awareness, access, support, and development. And through Ship, I'm able to take my students and push them to be learners, to really share my passion for science. But we get to do soft skills, and then we do in one meeting, and then the next meeting we'll do a science experiment. We did hold our first Noche de Ciencias, and it's a science night. And we had 6 different classrooms. And in those classrooms, there was activities that were science inquiry-based. And then we had STEM panels, and we had the rock stars there. They're college students. They were engineer students, and the kids actually had to, they actually were able to ask questions about engineering and anything college, and they just want to know what it's like to live outside of the house and be free. So that was our first night, and I was so scared because I didn't know if anybody was going to show up, but we actually had over 100 students show up with their parents and their little brothers and their little sisters, so I was really excited about that. So that was our first noche that we held. I got to take the kids to Southwest Biomedical Research, and there they were able to listen and ask questions, listen to a lecture from a virologist and a geneticist. And then they were able, I couldn't take pictures of the primates, but we also went to the huge primate center where they had over 3,000 primates, and they were able to talk to a behavioral scientist, and we had to stay in the bus, and we couldn't get near them, because apparently the macaws are really mean, and they throw stuff at you, so we had to stay away. And then we also, since we're a SHIP chapter, UTSA is our sponsoring chapter, university chapter, so we took a tour. And then we went together to Valero, and we were able to listen to different engineers give a discussion, and we were able to tour the corporate Valero offices. And we also, as part of UTSA, is a CEIG center. It's a Center of Excellence in Infection Genomics. And Raquel Schwager there, she's a director, put a tour, and the kids were able to go in and look at different labs and talk to the scientists that run the lab. And Dr. Arul was really nice there, and he's working with various vaccines and pathogens. So the kids were able to pick his brain. And then we also go to conferences, and I don't just do this with my SHIP students. I invite anyone, and what we notice is that we all kind of, they're all my kids. Every single one of the students at Warren are my students, so I invite other teachers to send me their students, and we go along together. But this is an engineering conference. We went to UT Austin, and so we had a lot of fun there. And so what's in store for my SHIP students? When they leave Warren, they are going to be very well taken care of. I am passing the baton to somebody else at the university level. My kids are going to get mentoring, they'll get internships, they've applied for scholarships, they'll also get leadership training, and they also have access to financial aid support and training. So those are a couple of my seniors, and so those seniors will come back in the fall, and they'll help host Noche. They'll help the science night. And then this is my last slide. I do take my students out to a lot of trips, and here we went to the Davis Mountains, and we camped. So we had 20 students camping in the mountains, and then we were able to go to the McDonald Observatory, where the students were able to look at galaxies beyond our galaxy. I think one of them was a Sombrero galaxy, and they were able to see Jupiter. So it was really amazing trip. And we're not limited to, there's a picture of a student with a wheelchair. We're not limited, and we were on top of the mountain, so the wheelchair wasn't going to block what we were trying to do there. So thank you so much for this award. Really appreciate it. It's been an honor.
Checked.